Hey y'all, it's Lori, and today I have my completed graphic 45 mini that I created for my mom. It's the Fashionista collection, and I'm giving it to my mom because inside I have filled it with quotes that she says all the time, and also things she's told us throughout the years. And on the front, I actually just created one of the shipping tags in distressed, and I have the tiled letters spelling out her name, and put some bling on the tag. And then I used one of the tags and ran a piece of ribbon through, created my own lollipop flower with some tooling that I melted to give it like an aged look. I have my own stick pin that I created. I don't know if you can see that very well. And then this is a Prima center, and a ribbon and a feather. And I did the binding with some spool ribbon that I found at Hobby Lobby, and it has an elastic feel to it, or elastic to it, so I just tied bows. And then the clasp, how I closed it, the closure, I just used a Tim Holtz knob and used the same elastic and closed it from the back. So here's the first page. Oh, and I also used some bling on the lady's necklace since it was a mirror image. So on the first page I have a tag that I created with a stamp from, I don't know how well that's showing up, from Michael's. And I use this, it's called Silk, and I got it free through a scrapbook kit. It's called Club Scrap, and they sent it 1 month, and I've never used it, and I thought, well, it's about time I get it out. So I covered the tag after I embossed the image with this, and it gave it a strange look. Even on the back you can tell that it's kind of an aged look. So this is the tag that I created, and I actually used green as an offset since green's used on the page. I ran a ribbon down the side to kind of hold some pieces. This is just a spiral clip with a clock on the front, and this is just a matting with a top note. And on the side I created 2 chipboard frames and covered with the paper. These are some Prima flowers that I used glimmer mist on. I think it's the, I can't remember the color, something like a brick red or fire red. Let me see real quick. Burnt red is what it is. And these pictures came out of the paper. So I'm finding that I'm using the papers more of as embellishments than I am my own embellishment. So I need to keep that in mind when I go to purchase. I've created some more tags. This tag I created actually has a smaller tag on the inside. And my mom has a saying that she says a lot. She says bloomers all the time. So I put that on the tag. I thought that was unique to her, and used the papers and cutouts. And then on the back I have a dress form stamp from Club Scrap that I put on, and also another stamp from Michael's. I think it's a stamp, Henda stamp. And I actually created a postcard from the paper. So this is scraps that I put on the front, distressed the sides with the Tim Holtz distresser, and I put a layer of Mod Podge on the front. And then this is a stamp that I received as a gift from someone, and the paper is a piece of cardstock that I actually used as a tea stain. And what I did, I sprayed it with tea and I let it dry overnight. I don't like using my heat gun because I don't think it does the right effect. So when I do my glimmer mist and things on certain, when I want it to have that splotty effect, I let it dry overnight, and I always remember that, and I make a lot of these so I can use them throughout other minis. So here is another lollipop flower, and this centers from some Jolie's embellishments, and it has some feathers and some tooling, and this is actually a pocket. And I did a lot with the bling, the pearls for her. And this is one of the envelope pockets from Marion Smith, and once again I just used pieces of the paper as embellishments. And on the inside I used the cards from the paper. I call these the cards. And on the back I actually put some more sayings from my mom. She has 3 kids and 2 grandchildren, and she can never get our names right. She'll go through 5 names before she calls us the right name. So here's the pocket. I just left that blank for her to put things on. This is actually another tag that I created. These are from American, can't find the name, American Tag Company. And I think they have a website. It's americantag.net. They have some really good pre-stamped tags. So I put some bling, some ribbon, and on the back I did some more bling and just a stamp. And then I actually created another ticket for her, just simple. These are just scraps. I tear out the pictures and the images and just paste them on. Helps me to use all my scraps when I just keep creating tags and tickets. And this is just a pocket to hold everything. She can put a picture here. And on this page, I actually use one of the new Tim Holtz dies. I think it's the Baroque. And I have 2 tags in here. And this tag, once again, you can tell I just take the scraps and I piece them all together to create. And then here's another one with another one of Mom's sayings on there, and just images. And then this is part of a notepad that I got from Archivers. It has that notebook type edge, and I actually have a top note here that you can take out. And then this is my favorite page, because the reason why I even bought the Graphic 45 was to do this page. So let me show you the stamp first. This is just a chipboard that I have with a piece of acrylic tag, and on the back this is functional to put another tag in. So on this, what I did, I wanted her to be in the background, but I wanted little women, these little backgrounds on the back. I don't know if you can see, but it's little models with the fashionista dress design everywhere. And I rolled the paper back and actually glued it down and put 2 brads. So that way it made a pocket, but it didn't take away from the paper, and it added more to the design. And I actually took my chipboard and I was holding it up to light with the paper so I could see what image was going to show on the chipboard, because I wanted this right in the middle to be perfect. So I would hold it up to the light and kind of measured it off, and then I would trace it. And this is my lollipop flower that I created with red, and this is a brad in the middle, and I have some black string beads with tooling. And then I actually created 2 little bitty tags with Mom's sayings about always put toilet paper on the seat. She tells all of us that still today. And this one is always to have clean underwear in case you're in an accident. So I actually took some of the beading that I received from, or that I purchased from Hancock's, to hold those down. So that's that page. And then on this page I actually used doilies to make the pocket. And this is all comes out. And these are, I think these, can't remember, there's a package of these that you got and I distressed it. This is a Prima flower with one of my stick pins, and just another tag that stick in the flower. And then on this side I have another dolly that I folded into quarters in order to make 4 different packets. So I stuck down more of my mom's sayings into the dolly, and that way it looks old and it holds all the different tags that I have with her sayings on there. And I actually put some bling around on the side, and this is just another tag, and that elastic ribbon again. And then on this side I have more tags. This is another one of the scrap tags of paper I created. More of her little sayings on these small shipping tags. She watches my sister's children. She always says it's Mau Mau's Little Lamb's daycare. So I put all her little sayings in here, and that way she can go back and take a look at them. And then on the last page I actually have a shipping tag with these stamps, and I got these stamps at Big Lots for $1. And just made a cute little tag with it. This tag in the background though is from Club Scrap. It's one of their older stamps from probably about 4 years ago. And what I did on this page, I used my alcohol inks to accent around the top, and I made 2 pockets. One pocket's here because I wanted the corset to kind of stand out and the shoe, and then also here the face powder advertisement. So I made pockets out of those. And then I just made a simple fold out tag book for her to put pictures in, or I can create her more sayings. And then on this side it folds out, and I actually just used some off-white cardstock. And then on the back it's just blue, and I stamped it made with love and signed it for my mom. So I'll be giving that to her this week. And I'm actually working on another mini right now, and it's with the die cuts with a view paper line, and it looks like blue jeans. So I'll have that completed in the next few days, and I'll have it all put together. But I love blue jean pockets, and I use blue jean pockets on cards and a lot of my minis. And I actually go to the Goodwill store, and they have children's jeans for 75 cents, or even sometimes 50 cents, and I can cut off the little pockets and use those in minis. So sometimes I can get up to 4 different types of pockets for minis for 75 cents. So it's a pretty good deal. Plus I can use the other embellishments off the jeans. So I hope you enjoy my mini, and hopefully I'll be back in another week to show you the blue jean mini and show you some other things. I'll see y'all later. Bye.